and I said, "Let me know when it is loaded up and I'll come out." A half hour passed and I went out to find the place a mess. Long story short, he couldn't find the remote. We then collectively tore that place apart. We spent nearly 2 hours looking everywhere for the remote. Since we drank a lot, we even checked our cars, the dishwasher, and pockets and jeans that were in laundry baskets. Literally everywhere. Since Z was staying on a pull-out couch/bed, we, of course, took that all apart and it wasn't there. At this point, we felt defeated and agreed to go buy a new DVD player to watch Lost. We put the house back together and were sitting on the couch, side by side. And I knew it was a long shot, but I thought, I didn't check the freezer, even though we checked the fridge. So I said, hey, let me check one last place. Went to the freezer, not there. I went back to him and the fucking remote was on the couch exactly where I was sitting, when I got up 20 seconds before to go to the freezer. Z was on his laptop right next to it the whole time. I picked it up and said, dude, where did you find it? And he looked at me and turned white. We both ran outside and flipped out for about 45 minutes. Over the period of the next few weeks, stuff that carries electrical charges went missing. Electric razor chargers, phone chargers, MP3 player chargers, and laptop cables. Z moved out on a weekday while I was at work. The room he was staying in was empty besides the furniture. When I got home from work, all those cables were in a corner of the room. I know this wasn't him fucking with me because he made me mail a few to him. So once Z moved out, for some reason, I couldn't sleep in my own bed, and I could only sleep on the couch. Almost every night I would wake up sitting up on the couch, staring at one upper corner of the room, just as he said he did. Where I worked, once a month, I would have to work a late shift. As such, I got home at around 7 a.m., crashed on the couch, and at around 10 a.m., I woke up and there was an old man standing in front of me about 4 feet away. I played it off as if I was just tired and dreaming, but I stared at him for about a minute and realized I was awake. He wasn't dressed like an old man either. He was wearing a t-shirt, sneakers with socks that went to his calves, and a baseball cap. After about 3 minutes, he, in an unnatural way, turned to look at me, made eye contact, then took a few steps and disappeared. I flipped the fuck out, and while I planned to move out of there in 2 weeks, was gone in a few days.